everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to maintain a simplified financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. Well, hello and happy Friday to all of you. I hope that your week has been a good one so far. I have just been like hunkered down in my office, plugging away at all of your orders. I'm so happy that you guys have been so excited about the new products in my shop and the revamping of some of the old ones. And I'm just really excited for you guys to receive all of your orders from me. So thank you for your support. And just a reminder that next week is the last week of my June relaunch sale. So everything in my Etsy shop is 20% off right now. And it will remain so through the end of June. So if you've been eyeing up some products and looking forward to snagging some things from me, this is a really good time to do it. I actually do have a plan also to run like a little mini sale for July 4th too, but this relaunch was like the opportunity to get a good price on all of my products. So anyways, that being out of the way, this video is the weekly check-in. And so this is a video in which I go ahead and reconcile all of the non-cash purchases that we've made over the last week in categories that we cash stuff for. Now, if you watched my video on Wednesday, I uploaded a video on how I repurpose my cash. And I got a lot of questions on that video, and I haven't gotten a chance to get to any of the comments just because I've been so busy working in my shop. But I will go ahead and try to answer like the crux of your questions at the end of this video so that maybe it'll help kind of tie everything together and make the process a little bit more easily understood. So stay tuned if you were one of the people who had questions for me about the repurposing of the cash, because it all ties in to what I do in this video as well. So let me just go ahead and pop into my budget planner here. I'm gonna go into June and my expense tracking sheets. I'm in June, right? Like, where did they all go? Okay. Oh, maybe because I'm not actually on those pages yet. There we go. We knew I had some expenses to track. Yeah, let me grab this out and then I can just zoom you guys in. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in so that you can see the expenses a little bit better, and then we will chat about what we purchased this week. So now that I've got you zoomed in here, we can go ahead and get into the expense tracking. I will say, just very briefly, this expense tracking page is available in my Etsy shop as a singular digital download, but it also comes in my printable and now printed budget planner for all of your budget planning needs. So if you're interested, if you like the way I have this laid out, it is available in my Etsy shop. And as I've mentioned 1,000 times, my Etsy shop is always linked in the description box. So anyways, now we've gotten that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the expense tracking. First up, on the 14th, I made a purchase with Lights Lacquer. This is the brand of nail polish that I have undying loyalty to. And she was releasing like some new colors, and I think I caught a sale or something like that. So I picked up some polishes. It's not something that I really need to do because I do have a fair amount of I have a pretty ginormous nail polish collection, but I picked up some shades that I don't really have. And so, yeah, I just liked some of the stuff from her new collection. So anyways, the purchase was a total of $40.22, but I went ahead and broke this down into a couple of different categories. So, and I'll explain my reasoning for why. First up, $25 of it is gonna come from YouTube. The reason why I pull any nail polish supplies from YouTube is because by and large, I do my weekly manicure for my channel. I know that sounds crazy. I definitely have always painted my nails, but not with the same amount of regularity that I do now that I have a YouTube channel, and I really enjoy it. It's become like a nice little like self-care session or whatever, but I still charge my YouTube channel for it because I utilize the products. And so that's why I went ahead and did 25 from that. And then I pulled the rest from me. There we go. The remaining $15.22. And I'm going to be returning $15 to the bank for that because we pulled this 22 cents from what we call our virtual coin jar. For those of you who've been around here for a while, you know what that is. But if you're new, my husband and I, whenever we are doing this reconciling in particular, our cash purchases are always dollars and change, but we only return whole dollars to the bank. We are not returning change to the bank. Usually what we do for a purchase like this is round it up to the next dollar, and then that change overage sits in our checking account as like a little buffer or miscellaneous spend category, that sort of thing. And my husband tracks every penny of that. But for purchases like this where it's below 50 cents, sometimes my husband will just say, hey, we'll just take that 22 cents from the virtual coin jar and you can just return $15 to the bank instead of 16. So that's how we work that. And you'll see through the rest of my purchases here how it plays out. Next up, we had an H&M purchase. This was a total of $70.34. This one's going to be a little bit different than how I usually do things, and I'll explain why in a minute. So Mr. Simple needed some more workout shorts, and so H&M had a 2-pack, and they were running a sale this day, so I got them on sale. And then there were these 2 dresses that I was looking at that I was hoping were going to work out, and they just really didn't. So I'm returning them, and so instead of pulling the money from my account or from my personal spending, I'm just gonna like negate returning this essentially because I'm returning the dresses. I'm not keeping either of them. I just bought them. I bought the same style dress in 2 different colors and 2 different sizes because the reviews were sort of mixed on if it was oversized or undersized, and I wanted to know how both of the colors were going to look on me, and then of course how both of the sizes would fit me, and I just wasn't as crazy about it as I should have been in order to keep them. So I'm not. So I'm returning them. But Mr. Simple, we are returning $23 from his personal spending to the bank because he is keeping his workout shorts. And next up, we have an Amazon purchase for $36.07. I'm returning $36 to the bank. It's being pulled from home maintenance. This was actually to replenish my bird seed. So whether or not that counts as home maintenance is up for debate, but I love my little birds and I get so many on my feeders every day and I love sitting and watching them. So we're going to pull that from home maintenance, and maybe we'll come up with like a bird seed fund or something, but for now, this is just where we're pulling it. Next up, we went to the beach. We took the kiddos to the beach last weekend. It was so much fun, and it costs $20 to be able to park there all day. And so it comes from Family Fun, and I'll just be returning $20 to the bank. Ice cream. What? I'm legit struggling to remember like why I put ice cream as opposed to I don't remember. I'm really struggling. Anyway, we're pulling it from Dine Out. I usually I put something generic like this usually if it's like a very specific location kind of thing, because I don't like to out like specifically where we live. But anyways, it was $4.33 and I'm going to return $4 to the bank. I am really and truly at a loss for what that was. Like, where did we go that ice cream only costs $4.33? That doesn't exist. Anyways, next up was Chick-fil-A. We got the kiddos some Chick-fil-A one night. I don't even remember what I was thinking because we don't usually go like fast food 2 weeks in a row, but it must have been something, probably because I've been so busy in the shop that I might not have had something prepared to cook that night and wanted to just take it easy. So anyways, the total purchase was $36.23, and I'll be returning $36 to the bank because we pulled this 23 cents from the coin jar. Kroger, we have an $11.08 grocery purchase. I think this was just for like little stuff like butter and eggs, maybe something like that. Either way, the purchase was, like I said, $11.08, and we're going to be returning $11 to the bank. Next up, we're just going to be hit with Amazon purchases. I needed to replenish a ton of materials that I did not foresee needing to replenish, but here we find ourselves. This one was $36.62. I'm returning $37 to the bank. Again, with materials, $45.42. I'll be returning $46 to the bank. Again, with materials from Amazon, $38.94. I'm returning $39 to the bank. And actually, I'm pretty sure materials is empty, but it doesn't matter. I will just stuff it less the amount that I have an overage on. So that's just kind of how we handle it, because I only stuff my Etsy and YouTube check once a month. Oh, this is a fun one. So for whatever reason, I thought, oh, I know exactly what happened. So I have to return $120 from vacation. And the reason for that is when I was writing out my cash stuffing plan for last Friday's cash stuffing, or I'm sorry, for Monday's cash stuffing, I looked at last week's cash stuffing instead of this week's cash stuffing, like my funding plan, and the $120 was not supposed to go in on Monday. It went in the previous Monday. So I just have to pull that out of vacation and return it to the bank because we had that overage. So anyways, that's going to be it for these purchases today. I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys back out, and then we will get into the unstuffing stuff. Okay, here we go. So I am going to go ahead and add up all of the money that needs to be returned to the bank. I always zoom you guys through that because watching me use a calculator, not a fun thing. So let's go ahead and add this up, and then we'll get into the unstuffing. Okay, so the total here is $459. I already know that we're not going to have that at the end of this because, like I said, there are some categories here that I'm not actually unstuffing, but I'm still going to put this here just so I have like a baseline, and then I'll just subtract from it as we go. So let me pop into my business binder really quick because I am going to be pulling from YouTube even though my materials envelope is empty. Let me see here. Yeah, materials is empty. YouTube. Okay. Oh, let me get my cash tray. I need to be able to plot my money in there. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. I needed 25. So I've got 50 remaining in YouTube. There we go. And this envelope is one of my new styles that I have in my shop, which I'm really excited about. I actually really love these. Okay, so like I said, I have $50 remaining in YouTube, and I'll just put a check mark there. Hers, I do need to go into, even though I'm not returning this 47 because I'm returning the dresses, but I'm still gonna grab this 15 there. So yeah, there we go. Please let me have 15. No, but got the 20, so that works out. And now remaining in mine, I have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Ooh, $19. Okay. So I am gonna, do minus 47 on that because I'm not returning that 47 because it's going to be returned to the bank. All right. And then what else do we have on low priority? Mr. Simple's $23 for his workout shorts. Man, I don't have exact change. All right, I might have to come back to his. Let's see. I know I have a dine out purchase, so maybe that will make some change. Oh, just $4 in dine out. Oh no, $40 from dine out. Do we have small bills in here? We do, but it's not going to do me any good. 10, 11, 12, 13, $14 left in dine out. All right, we may just have to come back to that all together. So $14 is left in dine out, and I've got both of those purchases accounted for. Do I have anything else in low priority? Oh, family fun. We've got 20. I'm returning from there. Let me see if I have small. Oh, wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll pull out the fives, and that will give me a little something. So I've got 41 left in family fun. Okay. Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. I'm doing great. All right. Yeah, so materials is empty, so I am going to be shy an additional, so 39, 46, and 37. So that's $122. And I always make a note. So whenever I have a deficit, I always make a note of it in my paycheck plan or my cash stuffing plan for my Etsy and YouTube paycheck, so that I know not to stuff it, whatever my deficit is. So I'm never unaware of the fact that I've got money missing technically, even though it's not missing. It's all sitting in our checking account right now because my money, I get paid from Etsy once a week, and that money just sits in our checking account and kind of acts as a little buffer too. So I'm not really deficient in this category. It's sitting there and it's accounted for. It just won't be stuffed in my business binder when I do my Etsy and YouTube stuffing, if that makes sense. So let me pop in here really quickly to home maintenance and grocery and maybe get some smaller bills, because I need 11 from grocery and 36 from home maintenance. So let's check home maintenance. Oh, perfect. So 20, 35, and 6. And actually, well, let me see first. Okay, now. But that gives us a little bit to work with there. And now in home maintenance, we've got 55, 65, 75, 85, and 86. So let me make a note of that. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull my 11 from grocery. Oh, all right, well, I left that in there, but it's not that big of a deal. So 10 and 11. And remaining in grocery for the first time ever in the longest time, I have 20, 40, 60, 70, 85. Okay, 85 remaining. And then let me grab this 120 from vacation, because I'm wondering if we have small bills in vacation that I can also just kind of like, oh goodness, we have a lot of bills in vacation. Okay, let's see. Oh, perfect. I have a ton of ones. So 100 and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my gosh. Okay. So 100, I know I need 120. So we'll do 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Perfect. All right. So remaining in vacation, oh no, there's the 100. Remaining in vacation, we've got 100, 50, 200, 25, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. So 244. Let me put this over here. Sorry if you can hear, all the kiddos are playing in my garage right now. And they are not quiet. All right, so I'm definitely thinking that I will be able to pop into low priority sinking funds or Mr. Simple's envelope now and be able to make change, because he only had to pay 23. But I didn't have the change for it before. Okay, let me just, there we go. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. So 20, oops, and 5, and I'll pull back 3. 1, no, 2, 22, because he had to pay 23, right? Yes. Okay, so I only needed to pull back $2. All right, and then in his spending, he's got 150, 65, 75, 76, 77, and 78. So 178 in his spending, plus what he has in the bank. And somebody said in the comments, I could never save like he does. I'm such a spender. Same. I am a spender. He is a saver. It's what makes the world go round. All right, so let me go ahead and subtract. So we've got 459 minus 47 minus 122. And so I should have $290 sitting over here to return to the bank. So let me go ahead and give this a count. 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 75, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90. Whoop, $290. So we did it. And so I'm going to offer my explanation, because people are like, the main confusion came in with, if you don't return this money to the bank, how are you paying the bank back? And the way that I'm paying the bank back is, now with this $290, whatever I'm going to be cash stuffing in my video on Monday, I will get out. So like, let's say I'm stuffing $950 on Monday. I actually will subtract this $290 from that $950 and only retrieve from the bank the remaining money. So essentially, you're returning it to the bank by just reusing this cash and pulling less out of the bank for your next cash stuffing, if that makes sense. That's the only way I can think of to explain that process, because that's essentially what it is. So you're not immediately paying the bank back, but you are pulling less money out of your checking account the next time you have to cash stuff from whatever you have sitting here. And obviously that's made possible only if you have a buffer in your checking account, which we use all of our bills money as our buffer. So our mortgage stays in the bank until we pay. Our mortgage comes out at the beginning of every month, but like, what is this? This is June. So for the duration of the month of June, our mortgage is actually, the mortgage money that we are setting aside from our paychecks is actually for July's mortgage. So that money just sits in our checking account for the entirety of the month of June and serves as a buffer for these types of purchases. But it all comes out like when I'm pulling less money for my next cash stuffing that I plan for, because I have money sitting here for my weekly check-in, that is immediately reconciled. And like I said, if you watch enough of these videos, these processes all start to make sense and be something that you can understand a little bit better over the course of time. So that's just sort of my next recommendation is, if this in the here and now is confusing you, the more you watch, the more you'll start to understand. Hopefully, if I'm being helpful. And don't just like watch several different content creators, because everybody has a different method, and it helps to see the different methods as people do them, because their process or the way they explain their process might make it a little bit easier for you to understand in a broad picture. So anyways, that is going to do it for me for today's video, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below saying hi. I am delayed in getting to comments just because of the nature of how many orders I have to be prepping and getting out. So I hope you understand but I am still seeing all of your comments. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, my shop is still going to be on sale through all of next week as well, so through the end of June. Yeah, that's the only thing I have to update you on. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back here with you again on Monday for a cash stuffing. So enjoy your weekend, and I will see you then. Bye, everyone.